Hello and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for clicking on it. I thought I would just start this video with a little bit of an explanation as far as touching on my emotions during this pregnancy. I really haven't talked about my emotions throughout these pregnancy updates. I've just talked about my signs and symptoms and things that I'm experiencing, but I haven't talked much about how I feel emotionally or mentally. I mean, I've been pretty good so far. But recently, today is Thursday. Saturday, the day before Mother's Day, our dog Coco passed away, and so I've been very distraught about it and very emotional about it. Dealing with death and dying is not something that's easy, but when you physically see your dog no longer living, it's an even harder process. I'm sure that goes for any kind of loss of an animal. Also, I've been dealing emotionally this pregnancy with a bully and a stalker and just not a very nice person who has made it her job to make fun of me and try to shame me for eating fruits and vegetables and taking care of my family and trying to live a more holistic and more conscious lifestyle. She's trying to make fun of me for this and shame me for it, when she herself advertises this kind of a lifestyle. But anyways, so I've just been dealing personally with somebody trying to make fun of me. I just find it so odd that she has nothing else to try to shame me for except me trying to better myself, which, I mean, every person in this world should try to better themselves. They should try to get to know themselves. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch a little bit about how I've been feeling emotionally this pregnancy. And so just a little bit more detail about why I uploaded the previous video about my dog Coco. So if you're subscribed to this channel, you will see that I uploaded a video a few days ago about her, and so now you know why. So yeah, let's get to the rest of the video, my 30-week pregnancy update.
Stop.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am so glad you are here. I'm so glad that you're interested in my 30-week pregnancy update. So I did talk a little bit emotionally how I was feeling. That was like 4 days ago now. 3 or 4 days ago now. And so, you know, emotionally, with the loss of my dog, I am still, of course, sad. You don't just stop feeling that way. But I've found very healthy ways to cope with and accept her passing. And so, yeah. The second part that I was upset about, the bullying and stalking, that has continued, you know, but as I've found, that kind of comes with the territory in telling and exposing and continuing to expose the truth. So I've also found healthy ways to cope with that, mostly going to God in prayer and scripture. If you have any advice on how to deal emotionally with grief and with stalking and or bullying, please leave comments in the comment section below. I would love to hear any and all advice. So let's just jump into my symptoms. I have been experiencing a lot more heartburn. The last couple of weeks, it feels like my esophagus is on fire for random weird reasons. And I've mentioned this in other videos, but it's gotten way more intense. Of course, I am now 30 weeks pregnant. So, you know, I was kind of expecting it. I'm just glad that with my second pregnancy with my son, it was like pretty much from the time that I found out I was pregnant to the time that I gave birth to him, I had heartburn. So at least I had like the first and second trimester relatively heartburn free. So, you know, I'll take it. 30 weeks pregnant. All right. Backaches. I have been experiencing backaches. Hold on. Okay, so work has been getting way more intense. And so when I stand for like 7 hours a day, I do get a backache. Or when I sit for long periods of time, like during traveling, we traveled this weekend. And we drove for probably 3 hours there, 3 hours back. So 6 hours in total driving. And oh man, that was rough. But you know, I do relatively stay very, very mobile during the day. I don't stand for very, very long periods of time, and I don't sit for very, very long periods of time. It's just when I'm working, which is 2 days a week, or when I'm traveling, which is just during the weekend. And that's not all the time either. So I can't complain too much there. I know I am only 30 weeks, and this might change by the 32-week pregnancy update. But as of right now, I'm going to appreciate what I have. My energy has been up and down. Some days I will take a nap for like 3 hours and then get up and still feel tired. Other days, like on, what was it? When did we travel? On Saturday night, because of the full moon, I had an intense amount of energy. We traveled all day long and we didn't get home until 11 o'clock at night. And I stayed up until almost 12:30, almost 1 in the morning, which is very unusual for me. But yeah, the full moon gave me an intense energy, but it always does. I always notice that my energy goes up during the full moon. What else? I've been getting minimal swelling in my feet, mostly when I'm working and I stand for long periods of time, which makes sense because, you know, if you're standing, everything is pulling to your feet. I noticed that if I take regular breaks throughout the day, which come to me naturally because I just have to naturally catch my breath, the swelling is not as bad as it was with my first 2 pregnancies, and it's got to be what I'm eating and what I'm drinking that's really affecting the swelling itself. Hold on. So we got our garden in the ground, and I'm very, very excited about that. That's keeping me very mobile. Is if the weather would cooperate. We put the garden in, and I only got like 2 or 3 days of actually being able to go back into the garden. And now it's been raining for like the past 4 days, like cold rain. So hopefully here soon, that'll be another motivation to keep me moving, which I'm hoping will help me have an easier labor and childbirth, seeing as I plan on doing it all by myself. So, what else? Yeah, I think that's basically it. As far as symptoms go, I do want to show you a belly shot, of course, so we will do that. So let's cut to the belly shot. So this is my 30-week pregnancy belly. You know, I probably should have done these videos wearing something pretty similar because it's really hard to compare size-wise when I'm not necessarily wearing the same clothes. Do feel like I filled out a lot more down here, but the belly does change from day to day. I'm sorry about the background noise, you know. Between dogs and children, there's just always something going on. Okay, so that was my 30-week pregnancy update. I mostly wanted to talk about the emotional issues more than I did about the physical symptoms, but I'm mostly talking about that just to get it off my chest. And, you know, there's going to be people out there that don't always agree with what you are trying to get across, mostly because they just don't understand. And, you know, the hate that I'm receiving has nothing to do with this channel or these videos. It has everything to do with something completely different. But yeah, if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for watching this video. I know these uploads and these updates can kind of be like, what? You know, I am doing it for, you know, people who are generally interested, but also just to document for myself. The first time I've ever documented a pregnancy like this, my 3rd pregnancy. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. Stay blessed, friends. Bye.